Basketball on 2K Sports. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And a chance to check out our Rookie of the Year list. Some incredible talent entering the league. We're about halfway through the season now, and he's outside of the top 5 spots. But he's been playing really well, and there's plenty of games left to go.
And as the Rookie of the Year race is getting clearer, these young men are standing out as the cream of the freshman crop.
And you know what? The talent they have, undeniable. And the more they've gotten used to the demands of life in the NBA, the better they've gotten.
And now the Los Angeles starters. They've got LaMelo Ball, LeBron James out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly, and it's Brown in at the 5, roaming the paint. After his rookie year, Clark, Chris Middleton got traded to Milwaukee.
Well, there were no ripples when this trade happened, B.A. No earth-shaking or anything like that, but it was major for the Bucks and Chris Middleton. He's been a multi-time All-Star, and he also was huge in that championship run in 21 for the Bucks.
Pass to Coulibaly. About a minute played here so far in the first. Middleton against Ball. Now here's Middleton. Defense right on him. Uses the glass on the layup.
That was really a platinum-level effort from Middleton. I mean, crafty in how he carved out room for himself on the interior.
Now here's Ball. 17 points in his last outing. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
So it's Los Angeles now. The Wizards making their last shot. Here's Coulibaly. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Sarr passes to Poole. And he dunks it down.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Ball. His scoring sits at around 31 a game. An impressive number.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Middleton outside. Puts it up from 15. Can't get the tip in. Lakers trail by 6. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, in game 2 of a back-to-back, just how drained are you from yesterday as a player?
You know, B.A., proper rest and stretching can help a lot. But you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
Good on the second one. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. All right, let's kick it over to Allie, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brian Keefe.
Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
Allie, thank you. Here's ball. Following the bucket by the Wizards. Offensive board. And Brown with the stuff.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Washington with the ball. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Odom. The three. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3. It goes on Bam Adebayo. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Washington.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Now here's ball. No points yet. It's James on the wing. Middleton covering. Good on the bucket.
LeBron's skill level is so great. I mean, that mid-range is not his go-to, but he can do it all, so it looks like it's part of his go-to.
Here's Sarr. He has 7. Kicks it out to Middleton. Buries it from 3. Middleton's got 5 now.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And that one's good. James.
That's the competitive fire that burns with LeBron James. He's happy to come right back with one of his own.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And let's take a look at the power rankings and see how these teams compare across the league. Taking a look at San Antonio, they've come down in the rankings a little, landing in the 5th spot for now.
Well, I think for the Lakers, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some critics have said they're playing way above their heads, but I think we're just learning how great this team is.
Washington shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
The line for 2, Sarr.
And he makes the first. He does not get the second one. And ball will bring it up here for Los Angeles. And as their amazing winning streak continues, this is a story that's gone beyond sports. It's captured the entire country's attention.
I don't even know how you describe the winning streak this team is on. It's a combination of the talent this crew has, but the confidence and self-belief and togetherness, cohesiveness that these guys have. It's a special thing to behold.
Now here's ball. Yet to see a basket. Ball stolen. Here's Sarr. Poole from long range. Adebayo grabs the board. Lakers trail by 7. Now ball. Brown. Off target at the rim.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Pass to Sarr. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Here's Adebayo. The Wizards making their last shot. Shot clock at 6. Adebayo a screen on Poole. Connects on the foul line jumper.
He'll do that for you, too. Ball can go mid-range if he needs to.
Here's Middleton. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by James. Lakers trail by 7. Pass to Adebayo. Back to James. Charity stripe shot. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for LaMelo Ball.
His ball distribution has been fantastic as of late. During these last 10 games, he's made sure to whip the ball around and try to find his guys in their spots on offense.
I'm being told we've got Shams Charania on the line with a developing story. Shams, what's the scoop?
Thank you, B.A. Things are happening for Philly in the 76ers front office as we get closer to the trade deadline. They've been looking to upgrade their backcourt, and with the opportunity to land Devin Booker, it was top priority to bring his incredible skill set, scoring, and mindset to the organization. There's lots of exciting things happening for this team and their entire fan base, so it's going to be very interesting to see how this move with Devin Booker evolves this franchise.
Shams, thank you. Always some intriguing news breaking in the NBA. And the jam by Brown.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need. They've got to ramp up the intensity. They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Koulibaly. And the jam by Brown.
Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
I don't think you really can say enough about the work he's put in and the massive strides he's made in his free throw shooting, guys. I mean, his numbers are way up this year.
Now here's Middleton. He's got 5. Sinks that one from the post. Middleton's got 7 points.
Boy, I like the finesse and the focus that Middleton plays with. I mean, that's part of what allows him to finish off these tough hoops.
Poole outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal.
All right, Grant, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
Simmons is checked in for the Lakers. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Simmons doing a nice job being physical, taking the foul and still getting the shot up.
Ben Simmons.
And so he hits both. And here's Poole. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. George outside. There's the triple. Rebound, the Lakers.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Vanderbilt. Still without a bucket. Here's Kolek. That three's off the mark. Wizards leading by 6. George outside. Got a hand on it.
Yeah, using his long wingspan, Walker could become a serious defensive menace.
And for the Lakers, they're shooting only 37% early. Here's the hook. And no problem from Simmons as he finishes.
You know, you don't get to see the hook shot too often these days. Everybody wants to shoot threes. Nice to see a guy go back to the future with the hook.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And Washington making a change here. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. You look at the Lakers. They are holding down the #1 spot in the conference. Not a bad position to be in.
I think for Los Angeles, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Wizards last season, for the first time in a long time, hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. So it's Los Angeles now, following the score by Washington to the wing, right side. Drains the triple.
You know, Ben Simmons can make spectacular passes, but he doesn't need to be.
Here's Dillingham. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Here's Vukcevic. Simmons defending. Pass to Dillingham. Back to Poole. George, a screen on ball. Poole for three. Rebound, the Lakers.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Simmons with it. Picked up by Simmons. It's stolen by Poole. Here's George. And he lays it in off the breakaway. And the Wizards lead by 7.
And the quick hands of Jordan Poole. His steal starting that break.
Simmons. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
1:02 left in the first quarter. Here's Dillingham. Pass to Swift. Here's Odom. Here's Dillingham. There's the three. Gets the 3-ball to go. Vukcevic has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Simmons. And it's good. 2 points.
And for a 6'10 player like Simmons to be handling the ball like that, come on. That's criminal.
Pass to Vukcevic. Here's Odom. Walker covering. And Washington again with the bucket.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And it's Simmons missing. Here's Dillingham. Here's Vukcevic. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Washington. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They've been a... We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at Washington's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
We've got George, also Dillingham out there, and it's Odom in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Driving to the basket. And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
And he sinks the second. Lakers trail by 10. Outside Simmons. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Simmons has got 9.
It's really hard to say too much about Simmons. I mean, bouncing off defenders like they're not even there.
Dillingham, no good. Well, the Lakers shooting only 42%. Here's Kolek. And there's the screen. 6 to shoot. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. To the left wing. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Misses another. Just 1 of 4 from the floor.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
With the teardrop. Deflected. Pass to Swift. Here's Odom. No good with the triple. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. And Kolek gets it to go.
Man, I love how Simmons sets the floor up. So good at spotting his teammates for high-quality shots.
Washington leading by 6. They set the screen. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 5.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And it's Thibault missing.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
George drives in. And George with the jam.
Look out below.
You got no chance of defending him right there.
Not that time. He was determined to get those points.
Here's Kolek. He's got 5. Here's Simmons. And Vukcevic pulls it down. Vukcevic has got 4 rebounds in the game. Tipped away. Going all the way to the rack. And here they go. And the jam by Walker.
Nice slam by the big man Walker, making his presence felt there inside.
Washington leading by 9. And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
You know, in that game, it was just too much disparity in effort level between the two teams, especially on the glass.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
Spencer's checked in for Washington. There's a screen. To the middle. Here's Swift. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Inside, here's Vukcevic. Oh, Simmons with the block.
An elite defensive threat and presence. Simmons understands exactly how to use his body to position himself for excellent defense. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
I got yours.
Here's Kolek. He's got 5. Unloads. It's rebounded by Washington. The Lakers beat them last time when these two met in Los Angeles.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. It may very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
So for Washington, Sarr comes in for Vukcevic, and Chris Middleton is subbed in for Spencer. Here's Kolek driving in. Sarr pulls it in. Wizards leading by 13. Now here's George. 11 points for him last game against New York. Now here's Simmons. He's closely guarded. Tries it from 19. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. The Wizards have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Pass to Middleton. Fires from the wing. That's short off the rim.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Great open look there. Kolek's got 8.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
Washington has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Here's Kolek. Give him 8. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. The Wizards making a switch here. Vukcevic is checked in.
At the line for the Lakers.
Wizards leading by 9. Middleton looking around. And it's all from three-point range.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Simmons up top. George defending. Counted. Good. 11 points in the game.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do to prevent Simmons from creating space. I mean, it's quite honestly what he does best in pick-and-roll situations.
They set a pick. Stolen by Ball. Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's Walker. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Lakers foul. Walker. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution for your Wizards.
Washington with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Sarr. Rebound by the Lakers.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
They grabbed their own miss. Outside Thibault. Pass to Ball. Second chance effort. Now here's Walker. Clock at 2. Here's Kolek. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And that's 2 fouls for him so far. But I still think he needs to stay aggressive.
And the Lakers going with a whole new group out there. Pass to Sarr. Brown with the block. And he recovers it. Shot's good by Sarr.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Ball with it. LaMelo work it inside.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Wizards leading by 5. And the creative LaMelo Ball. Anytime he touches the rock, Clark, you expect a highlight reel play. How fun is he?
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch. He's so uber creative, and he's got a flash and a flair to his game, but he's highly skilled and fundamentally sound, too. That's the one part that sometimes can be lost amidst all the flash, but he's a fun guy to watch hoop, that's for sure.
Pass to Odom. 4-3. Rejected by Brown. Here he goes. And the jam by Brown.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Here's Sarr, defended by Brown. To the paint. James with the rebound. Oh, deflected. To the left side wing. There's Ball with a 3. They get the rebound. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Jordan Poole.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Wizards with a lead. Pass to Poole. Down low. Here's Sarr, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And that one's good. Poole.
Using the mid-range, it's Jordan Poole.
Lakers trail by 5. Crosses over, and it's rejected. And that'll be Los Angeles ball as it goes out of bounds. Lakers able to keep the possession. So it's Los Angeles now. Up top Ball. Pass to Adebayo. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Adebayo's got his first basket.
The moment Bam gets the ball close in, he's really hard to stop.
And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
Fourth team foul.
To the middle. Here's Poole. Some solid defense from Coulibaly.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Sarr. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Now, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Poole, the pass to Odom. James with the block.
Love the defense from James. When he's engaged and focused, he can block some shots, folks.
And we haven't seen them pound the ball inside and draw as much contact this quarter.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
And Odom gets it to go. Odom's got 8.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Ball into the lane. And that's his third bucket in 8 attempts.
Among the best ball handlers in the league, for sure. LaMelo right to the rack.
Here's Carrington, hounded by Ball. Carrington no good.
Getting nice and creative with the crossover. Unfortunately, he couldn't capitalize.
Oh, LeBron bursting through.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Middleton outside. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
The Lakers trail. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ball finds James. LeBron attack mode and slam dunk by James.
You know, what's so impressive to me is the defense is trying to make adjustments, but LeBron's making even quicker reads. That's his IQ at work.
Rejected by Brown. James passes to Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Rejected by Brown. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. And that quarter was all about him, leading the comeback charge. Now they're up in this one. More 2K action in just a moment.
Hey folks, welcome. The Lakers wrap up the first half in what's been a closely contested game so far.
The pace of this game is suiting them well, and it makes sense. After all, they're the ones setting it up.
Yeah, that's what you want. Establish the tempo while staying under control. They can run away with this literally.
Moving on to our next topic, All-Star voting. A peek at the latest returns.
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend, the celebrations on and off the court.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. And so in the game for the Lakers, LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Matisse Thybulle out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Adebayo in at the center position.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
Here's Sarr, guarded by Vanderbilt. Sarr passes to Middleton. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Middleton passes to Odom. Lets it fly. And another miss by Washington. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's James. Here's Vanderbilt. Lays it up and banks it in.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Poole for 3. Look at Poole showing the range.
Put the first 3 misses behind them and finally ended their 3rd quarter drought.
Adebayo sets a screen. Here's James. And finished off by Adebayo.
From role player to all-star, Adebayo has made the leap. Why? Effort plays like that.
Here's Odom. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
James passes to Ball. Shoots over Sarr. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Ball's got his first 2 points.
And, you know, even when the defense is right up into Ball, he still finds a way to use his size to get up over him. And that takes concentration.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And we got a chance to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for the last handful of seasons for LeBron James.
And that decline in assist numbers over the last few years is what has made him more of a one-note player on offense. If he could integrate more passing back into his game, he'd be giving opposing defenses a much harder time.
To the right side. Pass to Carrington. Here's Odom. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though.
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Tries to break his ice. Rebound by the Lakers.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
James passes to Ball. Picked his pocket. Middleton with it. Now Vanderbilt defending. To the inside. Sarr. Rebounded by LeBron. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. The 3 from Ball. Fires in the triple. Ball's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, Ball, despite the quirkiness of the shot, he does have a quick release, so you got to know he's a threat to score whenever he has it in his hands.
Middleton passes to Sarr. Off target from the wing. Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's James. Shots blocked. Here's Carrington, hounded by Ball. Middleton from the outside. Rebound, the Lakers. James has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Outside Thibault from deep. Vanderbilt, the pass to Adebayo. Over Middleton. Adebayo, no good. Washington has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
The obvious work ethic of Middleton on full display there. I mean, the quick release off the pass, which leaves the defense without much to do.
Ball passes to Thibault. James against Middleton from the stripe. The shot by James, no good.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Adebayo sets a screen. James passes to Ball. The offensive rebound. Three-pointer. Oh, Lebron buries a three.
His first three of the half. That gives him...
He's putting up about 7.5 per game. And that one's good. Middleton.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for him.
Adebayo sets a screen. Ball into the lane. An easy two on the layup. Ball's got 7 points in the game.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Pass to Odom. Middleton with it. And there's a pick to the paint. Knocked away. Stolen by Vanderbilt. James inside. He's got 21. Thibault passes to James. Over Poole. And it's Poole with a rebound. Nabbing another steal.
Yeah, this guy has been stealing the ball at an incredible rate. Closing in on 5th place on the all-time list.
His defense has been elite for years now. And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Both teams deciding to change it up. All right, time now to bring you the teams leading the league in second chance points in the past month. Los Angeles, second.
Their physicality underneath has been generating a lot of second chance opportunities. We'll see if they can maintain that level of intensity.
Wizards trail by 11. Here's Odom. 10 points for him. Here's Sarr. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Ball no good. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Pass to Swift. Here's Odom. It's George on the wing. 5 to shoot. Here's the pick. Shoots over Thibault. And it's blocked by Thibault. Now here's Ball. Tightly guarded. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's hard to question the energy LaMelo Ball brings to the court every night, Clark.
It certainly is, and it's contagious, B.A. That's what I like about it. He elevates other guys. As a teammate playing with LaMelo, he elevates your energy level because you've got to match his. He gives the team, I think, a nice edge in being able to perform on a consistent basis.
And Washington making a change here. Dudley's checked in. Now here's Ball. He's covered closely. That one goes. Count it. Ball's got 4 points this quarter.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's Dillingham. And Washington again with the bucket.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Ball taking his time here. Outside Coulibaly. Ball right side. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Here's Dillingham. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And they're among the top 10 in the league in block shots. They don't concede easy buckets at the rim. Their big men play great help defense inside.
And their low turnovers are a standout stat for them. They make smart, quick passes and do a good job protecting the ball from fast hands. Vukcevic, he's checked in for Washington. Martin comes in for Dudley. Brown, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Walker comes in for Vanderbilt. Ball passes to Thibault. No good from outside. The Wizards trail by 11. To the inside. Walker with a steal. Here's Brown, and the jam by Brown.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points, while the other guys struggle to keep up.
George against Thibault. Count that bucket. George has got 6.
Just too good a player to leave open.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's off to Philadelphia after this game, where they'll face the 76ers. That'll be game 5 for them as they near the end of a 6-game trip. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Vukcevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Dillingham. And there are the Wizards with another bucket. Los Angeles leading by 9. Ball outside.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
To the middle. Here's Walker. And the jam by Walker.
As a roller, Walker has soft hands for the catch, and he is aggressive.
Here's Dillingham. Hounded by Ball. There's a screen. Pass to Vukcevic. Lets the 3 fly. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists in the game. Los Angeles shooting 44% since the third quarter got underway. Ball. And LaMelo keeps his balance on the finish.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Going inside. Dillingham with the bucket. He's got 15.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
Here's Ball. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That'll be a second foul of the game. Thor, he's checked in for Washington. Ben Simmons is checked in for the Lakers. LeBron comes in for Thibault.
Your Wizards, you dancing.
55 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Out to the wing. Pass to Dillingham. They set the pick. Inside. Vukcevic can't hit.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Your Wizards dancer.
And the Lakers call time here.
Los Angeles timeout. Make some noise. Here comes your Wizards Hype Squad. Attention fans. Now on the court is your
40 seconds left in the third.
Make some noise.
Here's James. Physical play by LeBron inside.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Pass to George. Three-pointer. Pure from three-point range. George has got 9.
I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense.
Oh, big finish.
Man! Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Here's Dillingham, hounded by Ball. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
For the Wizards.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 5 ticks left in the third. For 3, James. And it goes! He gets it! Wow!
Buzzer-beating backbreaker. That pushes the lead to double digits going into the final period.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. We'll be right back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. George out there with Dillingham, and it's Vukcevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Washington right now. Thor, it's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his fourth assist with that last one. Now Ball. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Already in his career, we've seen the numerous ways in which Ball can score. He's got a lot in his package.
2 shots.
Both good from the line that time.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Here's Swift. The shot off that time. Good D by Adebayo. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to James. Adebayo sets a screen. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
Clark, it's special getting to call LeBron James games. How is the King still doing this at this age?
BA, I think there are guys that come along every 30, 40 years that are just different than other guys, other players. And he's in that category. One of the all-time greats. And he's just been remarkable. Certainly DNA has a role in his longevity and excellence, but you got to give him a ton of credit. He's committed to being at a high level for a long time, and it's remarkable to watch him do what he's doing at this age.
Pass to Dillingham. There's a screen. 4 on the clock.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
And Clark, what's incredible about LeBron, he makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
BA, I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing, how he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
What a performance. Hit 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's added 3 more since.
They need this. Dillingham with the bucket. Dillingham's got 14 points now in the second half. The Lakers lead by 16. And here's Ball. James outside. With the drive. Hey, it's James slamming it down.
Man, I like seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Now here's George. Koulibaly defending. Here's Vukcevic. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Now here's Adebayo. Adebayo sets a screen. Yep, count it. James has got 38 points.
Add this game to LeBron's extensive career highlights. I mean, he's had plenty of big nights like this, but it never gets old.
Down low. It's tipped. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. And got it. Another basket.
Well, there has been no slowing him down this year. He's scoring the ball with reckless abandon.
You know, after tonight, he's closing in on the third most 40-point games in a single year.
And that would tie him with his airness Michael Jordan, who did it an incredible 37 times back in 1987.
Pass to James. So, Clark, you think the winner of the NBA Cup should be guaranteed an automatic playoff bid?
Man, that's interesting. I think it could make for a more competitive tournament. So if that would be the outcome, then I would be all for it. But what happens if the tournament winner is the #1 seed at the end of the season? I think you'd have to find alternative incentives then, BA.
Shot clock at 2. Georgia's shot is off. Now Los Angeles with it. A 14-2 run over the last bit. They set the pick. James attacking. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Boy, that burst of speed. James may be the fastest guy in the league. And because of his size and speed, he's a force when he turns the jets on.
Both free throws good from James.
Finally getting himself to the free throw line. He was sitting back in the first half with no free throws to show for it.
Inside, here's Sarr. The rebound by Post. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Here's James. Oh, the teardrop falls in. James has got 44.
Nice work on the floater there. James has added that over the years and knows exactly when he needs to use it.
Pass to Carrington. From downtown, knocks it down from distance.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket, and the finish is going to be something in a poster.
Pass to Middleton. Well, Clark, we're used to seeing a coaching carousel, but in recent years, even winning teams have changed coaches.
Well, you know, that is true, and at least the profession is getting a pay raise overall. But for teams looking to break through, BA, changing the coach still seems to be the default button that most teams like and are more comfortable pushing.
Washington has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there.
For 3, James. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Right wing. Fires it. Carrington no good. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 20-7 run. Shot's good by James. James has got 48.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
Brown, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Simmons comes in for Bam Adebayo.
Substitution on the court.
So it's Washington now. Pass to Carrington. Here's Odom, hounded by Ball. Poole outside. Here's Carrington. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James has got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. There's a screen. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. They'll pin that on Chris Middleton. One constant in the NBA, Clark, the constant movement of players.
Again, I think you've got to try to look at the positive side of that, the freedom that players have to play where they choose to play in many cases. I think that's the right of any employee to be able to go where they feel they can best optimize their individual and team situations. I think it allows teams to rebuild on the fly and get competitive more quickly. And I like that aspect of it. I don't like to see it overwhelming a season, but I do like the fact the players have that option and that freedom.
Washington shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Pass to Odom. Middleton up top. Some solid defense from James.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
We've seen this a million times. James using his incredible hoops IQ and getting to the free throw line.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time.
You know, their lead could be larger right now, but their efficiency from the line has tailed off just a bit.
Here's Sarr. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Third personal.
It goes on Moses Brown.
Second team.
No good on that one. And Clark, we're seeing greater parity league-wide, but there's still those teams wandering the wilderness.
Yeah, and some of that is due to teams failing to draft well. You've got to be a little lucky, but you also have to be good in your draft selections. And it's not enough to have a high pick. It's really what you do with whatever picks you have in getting it right.
James with the ball. Simmons with a screen on Middleton. Here's James. Another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Pass to Odom. And here's Middleton. Check by James. To end the drought. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Oh, LeBron with suffocating defense. He can still get it done.
And that one's good. Simmons.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Third team foul.
On defense, the Lakers. Here's Odom. And down it goes. 2 points.
That is how you use the shot fake, folks.
James inside. Comes up empty down low.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And it's good for 2.
Got it in deep, and that's how you do it.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Ball passes to James. Here's Brown. James outside. Brown with a screen. Tries again. It's James with the drive. And it's good on the layup. James has got 52 points. And so Middleton will bring it up for the Wizards. Driving inside. Rejected by James. Clark, in your opinion, how does social media affect the game?
Monumental ways. One, I think the most direct way is that it keeps fans connected to players, and players have the option as to how They're going to engage with their fans directly, player to fan, without any middle person. And that is valuable both ways, except when the narrative turns negative. That's the other side of the coin. And when you say things publicly on social media platforms, it's impossible to retract them. You might be able to erase them, but they're still out there in the stratosphere.
And for the Lakers, they're shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. A minute 35 left in the game. And yes, another basket. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
NBA, it feels like he can't miss. Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Lakers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And their efforts tonight pushed them to 41 wins on the year so far.
So that wraps up the season series between these two clubs. And they must be pleased to have finished things off at 2-0 against the Wizards.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for LeBron James.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Good! That's another bucket! 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Out! An opportunity in a three-point play. It's going to go on Ben Simmons.
15th foul.
And that one misses. The Lakers with the ball. Here's James. Hits yet again! Wow! That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Here's Middleton. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Middleton's so highly productive and consistent. A steady contributor night in and night out.
Both free throws good from Middleton. Now James. There's the drive. Rebound by Middleton. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Not going to go that time. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
James outside. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Second personal foul.
And he drops the first.
At the line for the Lakers, LeBron James. 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Guys, what do you think?
And they're hoping to wrap this one up.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they needed this timeout, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break?
And a big mental mistake as they called timeout when they had none remaining. And they'll pay for it with maybe the rarest of technical fouls.
A total lack of awareness there. Didn't seem to know they were out of timeout.
Hey, there's never a good time to slip up like that, but especially with the game still hanging in the balance.
The tactical free throw.
That free throw good from Middleton. Oh, the officials are calling a technical foul here. You don't see this too often, but they tried to call for a timeout when they had none left.
Oh, man, big.
Hey, there's never a good time to slip up like that, but especially with the game still hanging in the balance.
The technical free throw.
Well, we're going to have a technical foul here. They tried to call timeout, but had already used them all. They just lost track of the situation.
A total lack of awareness there. Didn't seem to know they were out of timeouts. You don't expect to see that at this level.
Grant, he just completely lost his concentration, I think. Should have been paying better attention at that moment. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
LeBron, it's been a long road trip away from home. Aside from wins, what are you looking to accomplish?
Well, for us, I think it's great to be on the road. I mean, it's just us. You know, you kind of have like a bunker mentality when it's just you on the road. It's just us. That's it. You know, so we're far away from our home. So it's just, you know, like I said, it's all about us and how we continue to try to get better, especially with our young guys. You know, I think it's a good experience for all of them.
Growing that mentality will definitely help come playoff time. Thanks, LeBron.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, LeBron James.